Hello everybody, this is going to be my analysis of Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Also, more than my analysis, just me talking about the two sports in general. And the reason I want to make this video is because I see people putting their emotions into it and it's clouding their judgment because of their love of one sport over the other. I felt like I'd be the great person to mediate, since I mediate between my mixed martial arts friends and my boxing friends all the time. I equally love them both. Literally, there's no 51-49, it's 50-50. I love them both. I've been addicted to boxing since I snuck and saw boxing on HBO around 9-10 years old. Early 90s, I'm 37 years old. Catching it on TV, and I couldn't stop watching it. I was able to predict fights. I predicted first Tyson versus Holyfield, and at that time I think I was 14-15 years old. I really have been in love with boxing. When mixed martial arts came around, fell in love with it. Matter of fact, when Blockbuster closed down, I owe them money now because I did not return my UFC 1, 2, 3, and 4, seeing Royce Gracie overpower men using his intelligence and his fighting skills. I've been writing for mixed martial arts for some years now, websites such as KnockoutNation.com, MMAweekly.com, and I got friends who write for boxing. Shout out to my man Vivek Wallace at Boxing 24/7, formerly known as EastsideBoxing.com. So, I mean, it's just even for me. I really love them both, so it's cringeworthy to see people put their emotions into things. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that's on my mind, though, I literally just watched Luke Thomas's analysis over this fight, as he is the senior. He has his own radio station, but he's the senior editor at MMAfighting.com, one of the websites I love watching, reading all the time. So with Ariel Helwani. So it was interesting to see him say that this is going to be a different kind of fight for Floyd Mayweather because of the amount of trash talking that how Conor McGregor is going to dog him to the media. And I think that, you know, statements like that, has he really checked out Mayweather's past? Mayweather doesn't have the kind of brain that you could say stuff to him and he's going to rush in like Jose Aldo, angry because you said something. Mayweather wants the money. He wants the money so bad. I think he looks forward to Conor McGregor talking trash about him because he knows it's going to generate more people in. But even if he was slightly right, this is a guy who's retired. This is a guy who has already had his entire career. He's already been through it. Those sort of things affect people early on in their career. So even if he had the kind of brain that kind of stuff would get to him, over the course of all these guys talking trash to build up fights, it would get to him. This isn't Floyd's first time facing the whole country. He faced Ricky Hatton, who had England behind him, who chanted entire songs during the fight, just as Conor's Irish fans are going to do for him. This is nothing new to Floyd Mayweather. I say that this is mostly, this big arena is new to Conor McGregor. So I just thought that analysis was wrong. Another one I saw is Joe Rogan podcast. He'll stop short of everything of saying how easily Floyd would beat Conor McGregor, and he even goes on to say things, and a lot of other people say things such as, yeah, he may win the boxing match, but you know, in a real street fight, McGregor will win. I mean, we were supposed to be professionals here. Who cares about a street fight? I've never cared about a street fight. During Tyson's reign, when people called Mike Tyson the baddest man on the planet, I would have given my money that Dennis Alexia, whose kickboxing record was 68-2 with 65 knockouts. I'm willing to bet all the money in the world that he would have beat Mike Tyson easily in a street fight. No one cared. Tyson was still the baddest man on the planet. That's just marketing. That's just how it goes. There's some people who gravitate and catch the media, whether it's full of love like a Muhammad Ali or it's full of hate like a Floyd Mayweather, but they capture the people's attention and they handle business inside of the ring of their sport. They're professionals. And so I've never, this is the first time I've ever heard someone, it sounds like immature kid stuff, like, nanny boo boo, he'll still win a street fight. No one cares. We're not watching street fights. Street fights are YouTube videos. They're not generating money like mixed martial arts and boxing. And for someone who loves technique, such as a Joe Rogan, why would he bring that up? You can tell when people are leaning towards their sport. And if it's for marketing, then that's totally fine. I get it. But don't let it judge your professional opinion of what's about to happen. What's about to happen is Floyd Mayweather is going to win every single round easily, without even sweating. It's going to be a really bad lopsided affair. And it's not going to be competitive in any sort of way. So when I say stuff like that, people will think I like boxing or I like Mayweather. I'm being objective, and I'm telling you what's really going to happen. To bring you back to reality, Floyd Mayweather easily toyed with Andrew Berto. How you justify this in your brain is Andrew Berto is trash. He's not trash. Andrew Berto is a very, very skilled fighter, and he's a very, very smart fighter. Andrew Berto would toy with Conor McGregor in a boxing match. A guy, former world champion, that will toy with Conor McGregor was toyed with by Floyd Mayweather. Fights such as Miguel Cotto. I didn't even see the Miguel Cotto fight when everybody else saw it. I forget what happened during that year. Something happened, I couldn't catch it. So I had to catch the pay-per-view the week after everybody saw it. So all I heard was how this was a really competitive fight for Floyd Mayweather, and he had some trouble in this fight. Then I watched the fight, objectively. I couldn't give Miguel Cotto more than 4 rounds. I'm like, people have a disdain for Floyd for things that happen outside of the ring so much that they either can't see what he does in the ring, or they just don't care. They just hate that much. His competitive fights, the guys are winning 4 rounds. I think at max, the one he just really gave the guy the rematch in, who beat Adrian Bronner. I think he got, what, 5 rounds? This is amazing, people. This is amazing. This is defensive boxing at its best. Speaking of defensive boxing, something people are not paying attention to, boxing fans, I don't know, maybe because they don't watch mixed martial arts, they think that Conor McGregor, some loudmouth Irish guy who's dumb, who's going to rush in and just pound on Floyd. And even some people in mixed martial arts think that that's the way to beat Mayweather. People have been saying this for years and years and years on end. That's not going to happen. That's not how you beat him. But more importantly, McGregor doesn't even fight in that way. McGregor is a left-handed novice Floyd Mayweather. And I can't believe people haven't caught on to the comparison. Maybe because of, there's 2 different sports, but, the technique, to talk trash before a fight, get a fighter to come in, make them come towards you, catch them off guard with check hooks, or in a counter situation, a quick left. Floyd's right-handed, he just does it with his lead. He's so quick, he has a lead right that he actually throws. It's crazy, a lead right. But there are things that people are taking away from Mayweather. A novice person who does not have a professional boxing fight. And if you're thinking how intelligent McGregor is, you also have to think that McGregor's been training in mixed martial arts so long. He's been trained to do things that will get you destroyed in boxing. So even if he was trained in only boxing and he never had a professional fight, he was going to get beat easily. Not only that, but it goes from 0 to the negative, to the red, because he's been trained for so long to stand in stances that will get you destroyed. To stand in ways that you can check a kick, to stand in ways that you can stop a takedown, which McGregor loves to stop a takedown because he don't want to wrestle. He wants you to stand up so he can catch you and knock you out. So even a lead up to this fight, boxing for these 2 months they have before August, even if he does this, even if McGregor does this, once you get hit hard, you go back to what you know. He's going to go back to those stances that you're not supposed to be in for a boxing match. You have to really think about this stuff. He's not going to come in with the confidence. Both these guys do tricky stuff to get you off your game plan. So in the Nate Diaz fight, McGregor would come in, throw leg kicks. The leg kicks were working great, but he got tired doing that. What he really wanted to do is draw Diaz in so he can catch him. Floyd wants you to come towards him, but every fighter doesn't do it. So what does Floyd do? He has the most underrated jab in the history of fucking fighting. No one talks about Floyd's jab. And the reason people don't talk about how great Floyd's jab is because he's so versatile, so gifted in every area that he doesn't have to do it all the time. It's just something he has amazing in a bag that he pulls out when he needs it. And when he pulls out his jab, it lands with incredible accuracy that gets an opponent to try out another plan to come towards him, even if their goal is to get Mayweather to come towards them, and then he enacts his real plan. Lead right, move, duck, get out of the way. Another thing Floyd Mayweather has that's amazingly underrated is fighting on the inside. All of these fans that wanted Mayweather to lose for these years said, just beat him up on the ropes, beat him up on the ropes. And they never paid attention to the Oscar De La Hoya fights, and especially the Miguel Cotto fight, especially the Canelo Alvarez fight. They get Floyd on the rope and they back off, or they just stand there for a minute. And the fans are screaming really, really loud. It's like, just wail, he's in the corner, just swing. Even Oscar did it. Oscar just went swinging crazy. But Floyd was pop, inside, body, boom. Floyd, come back over here to the rope. The reason they aren't punching the way the fans think that they should, who don't understand boxing, is because they're getting their ass handed to them on the inside. Sugar Shane Mosley as well. Another thing, people think that because Conor has so much power, which we do not know. You don't know how much boxing power Conor McGregor has because he hasn't knocked anybody out with 10-ounce gloves on. He has no gloves on. You don't know. Here's a secret, people. Every adult person has knockout power. It's the intentions you throw your power that make someone seem powerful or make someone seem not as powerful. If I go in there and I just want to jab and win on points, I'm not throwing with full intentions on a jab. It's rare somebody get knocked out with a jab. A jab is used strategically, normally to keep you at bay or to set up for something else. So if a fighter fights like that and he don't have many knockouts, you say, well, he's weak, he have no power. You don't know, he's not throwing with power. So it just depends on the strategy. The pounds per square inch it takes to connect on somebody to get their brain to drop. All of us have that. I have that. You have that. It just depends on how you're throwing your shots. When Sugar Shane Mosley caught Floyd right here, he's leaning forward and he's coming with the intent, power to knock you out. Conor McGregor is knocking people out because they're throwing their all towards him, and he just stepped to the side and that just a little bit. Boom, catches him. The inertia is coming. It's coming towards him as he catches him. Sugar Shane Mosley had to reach in to get that. Because Conor McGregor waits to counter and catch you at that perfect sweet spot, it's mainly on your error. That's important. If it's mainly on the error of the person fighting Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather is not going to make that error. He is not going to catch Floyd with any clean lefts. You can go ahead and just X that out of your memory. Again, I don't like boxing over one. I don't like any fighter over the other one. I'm being objective. I would do the same exact thing telling you guys how easily Floyd's going to get destroyed if they did this in mixed martial arts. But they're not doing this in mixed martial arts. They're doing this in boxing. So what can you get from this? Does it take away from anything knowing that it's going to be a really one lopsided event? Not to me. I love fighting, you know. I love the interesting aspect, and it's a really mellow night of no drama for me because people are going to be so emotionally invested talking all this crap and everything that I just going to sit back and I told you what was going to happen. So I get to have fun that night, but you should enjoy the one-time event atmosphere of both sports coming together. This is a plus for everybody. I'm so proud of Conor McGregor. I'm really proud. You go back and watch Conor McGregor videos before the beard, before the tattoos, to see this guy, you know, with no money at all, seeing him with the same girlfriend he with, and then you know that he literally just had a son. And when Conor McGregor, when the first bell rings, because you get paid to show when it comes to fighting. Once you show, you're getting your check. Soon as that guy hits that first bell, boom, Conor McGregor did what he needed to do to make sure his family is financially stable forever. That is freaking awesome. I'm very, very proud of him for that. I'm proud of both guys for getting to that level and for creating an atmosphere that people are going to be around in mixed martial arts and boxing, and a lot of people who mellow in between. All the bars are going to be filled around town. People get to have these fight parties. You get to come together and have fun. Like, this is going to be an amazing, once-in-a-lifetime event. As far as how could this hurt Conor's reputation? If Floyd smokes him and jokes with and just toys with him, I still don't think it hurts Conor McGregor. And I tell you why. I think it would hurt him maybe if he got knocked out. I don't think that will happen. Floyd is so disciplined that it works against him. He's so disciplined, he doesn't even rush in and try to take that chance to finish you. With the Hatton fight, after he caught Hatton with the check hook, Hatton was a little bit wobbly, came in, Floyd went over here quietly, and open shots was there because Hatton was out of it. But if those open shots weren't there, Floyd wasn't going to finish Hatton. So I don't think he could finish. He's not going to finish McGregor. So McGregor makes it to the end of the fight. McGregor needs to use his one skill he's always had, the skill of the mic. Already have something prepared, something funny, something charming, something that's going to reach headlines, and boom. Since people knew he was going to lose in the first place, it's not going to really hurt Conor McGregor. However, we can get into this in another video. I think this is going to be a terrible year for Conor McGregor if he fights anybody outside of Tony Ferguson. As amazing as Tony Ferguson is, if you go back and watch his fights, you watch his fight with, I think Michael, I can't think Michael's last name, the last guy that beat him. Tony Ferguson is easily hit. Someone that can easily be hit goes against a tacticianer like Conor McGregor. I think he can beat Tony. I think that's his easiest fight. As awesome as Tony Ferguson is, that's his easiest fight. I think it's a lot harder to go against like a Khabib, or even if he drops down for the rematch with Max Holloway. I just think that the easiest one will be Ferguson. I think the style of fighting that McGregor has, he has a very hard time in the UFC because the guys are just not matching up well for him, that he has to go back to. So there's a strong possibility that he could lose that fight. So I would take the Ferguson fight and work on his conditioning. Speaking of conditioning, it's weird because there's no signs that ever tell you that Conor is getting tired. He's just winning a fight, and then next thing you know, you're looking and like, wait a minute, he's tired. It just happens in a flash. Boxing is 3 minutes, 12 rounds. I don't know if this will happen, but if he gets that tired against Mayweather, it's going to be a very long night. He will get gottied. He will get gottied if that's it. That brings me to another issue. Is Floyd, he's not highly underrated, but I think he's a little bit underrated with being able to change game plans, being able to adapt to hard, dire situations. And once he figures out your number, he starts selling. It's like a blowout in a basketball game. Once he figures you, a little bit problem with Zab Judah at first. Dad didn't lie to him, or I think it was his uncle at the time. You're losing the fight against Zab Judah. Switch gears, switch game plan, and coasted it on out. Just coasted it on out. This could be very, very bad for Conor McGregor. I think Conor McGregor believes he's going to win this fight. He's not going there to just the bell ring for the first round, give me my check, my family secure. He's going there with the belief that he's going to catch Mayweather. He's going to promote the fight in a way that he's going to get millions of people to believe that he has a puncher's chance. Puncher's chance. And we'll close this video out. People say everybody has a puncher's chance. So they hold on to that one belief. If they don't understand how great Mayweather is, or they just hate Mayweather, or they don't really watch boxing. They catch a little bit of it, they drink at a bar, catch a little fight, but they really mixed martial arts fans. They haven't really paid attention to them. So let me break down a puncher's chance in reality with numbers, statistics. Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, has a puncher's chance against John Jones. What do you think will happen if John Jones fought Demetrius Johnson? 9.9 out of 10 times, John Jones is going to beat the shit out of Demetrius Johnson. It's just going to happen. He has a puncher's. I have a puncher's chance against Conor McGregor. What is going to happen if I fought Conor McGregor? You can't just throw out puncher's chances without being realistic and looking at the data that's presented to you. One of the greatest defensive boxers of all times, that's undefeated, that has even overcome whatever you threw at him. Floyd, we know your hand hurt. We think Castillo won the first match. Okay, I'll rematch him and beat him easier. All his rematch matches, he beat him easier. He overcomes. He almost wins 100% of the later rounds. They say Floyd Mayweather has a problem with left-handers. The people who he fought left-handed averaged 4 rounds on him. Averaged 4 rounds to his 8 rounds. He is so great that what you guys think of weakness is only 4 freaking rounds. Meaning some of them came up 3 or 2 rounds. One Manuel Marquez. It's going to go in boxing history as one of the greatest boxers ever. He toyed with him. He did things that when you watch it in slow motion, how could he duck, move back, bam, and catch him? This is the guy that knocked Manny Pacquiao out cold. This amazing fighter that has an underrated jab, that can beat you up on the inside while he's on the rope, that can move out of the way and turn around and put you on the rope. This amazing undefeated fighter is going against someone from another sport that his natural instinct weapons to throw leg kicks, sometimes even going for a takedown, those things are taken away from him. His natural instinct to do it first. Wait, I'm in boxing. It's taken away from him. And he's never had a professional boxing fight. I'm just being objective here. I'm still going to enjoy it. I'm still going to have a good time. But I wouldn't get my hopes up high to think that the crowd will be cheering as Floyd is wobbled and Conor McGregor is winning a fight. It's just not going to happen. However, this video will be up, so if that puncher's chance ever happens, you need to come pick on me. I wouldn't count on it though. Thank you guys for checking me out, man. I'll do some more recaps on the UFC events coming up as well too. And I'll catch you guys next time.